Hey, what's up, guys? It's Chris here again from Aquarium Conversations. Man, it's been a while, right? Apologize to, for the long absence. Man, where do I begin? Well, no, let's not get all, serious and whatnot. Hey, life happens. I am still keeping fish, still trying to perfect my craft when it comes to aquascaping. But hey, shit happens. You get caught up, and you're not always able to record what it is you're doing with your hobbies. But nevertheless, fear not. Your boy is still out here enjoying this great hobby, and I hope you guys are too. With that being said, I just want to talk about, really a cool tank, right? A cool tank, not super expensive. This Waterbox, great brand. Sorry for the glare. Waterbox aquarium. This is that clear 6. I think Petco carries it. Probably your local fish store carries it. Maybe costs you $70, $60, $80, somewhere around there, right? Low iron glass, durable as hell. I've had this one probably over 2 years, and I got some scratches in there. You probably can't see them in the video, but there's some scratches and whatnot. This is probably the 4th or 5th rendition I've done of this tank. And honestly, the tank sat empty for a while with water in it. And honestly, I enjoyed it just because the way the light kind of reflects through this tank with water in it throughout your living room, and reflects off the ceiling, and you kind of get that kind of action right there on the ceiling and all that kind of stuff. The tank's beautiful. The tank is beautiful. And I hadn't bought plants in a while, and hadn't really bought a fish in a while, a Betta fish. I was at PetSmart, and I saw this pretty beautiful red. Where is he at? Is he? Come on now. He's over there. Forgive the glare. He's hiding. He's hanging out. That's his favorite spot over there. Red Betta, and fell in love with him. Never really had a solid red Betta fish. I thought it was kind of rare. So it was like $9. So I picked it up. I said, hey, I'm gonna take this guy home. And he sat in his tank, and there was really nothing. And there was some rocks, some dirt, whatever. And I said, I'm gonna do something different with that tank. And I've always wanted to do a bare bottom tank. I've done one before years ago, and it was always cool. It's easy to maintain. Just kind of gives a different look to it. But one thing I've always wanted to do was to do like a, I don't know how to describe it, so I'm just going to say what it is. This is a glass pot, if you will, something you can probably pick up at a thrift store, Michael's or something like that, or some sort of thrift craft shop. And I always wanted to plant that and leave the bottom bare, and have essentially all the plants kind of grow up out of that. And a couple weeks ago, I was able to kind of set that up. But honestly, the plants, they sat in this tank in their little pots in the rock wool for weeks, and I didn't really know what it is I wanted to do. And then this idea hit me. I said, man, that would probably look, great in this little tank. Just the glass kind of complementing the glass, the glass from the pot, complementing the glass from the tank, the way the light hits off of it. This light right here, I probably should have did a review on it years ago, because it's an awesome light. If you guys are ever in PetSmart and you see this little pendant light or whatever you want to call it, it's like $15. If you don't buy this light, you're a fool. Okay? It's probably one of the best lights I've ever had. If you guys can see the light over there on that 11-gallon tank over there, I can do a review about that later, kind of do an update, because I did a video when I set it up. But this light right here was $15. That light right there was $50, and this light for the price is kicking that light's ass. Don't get me wrong, that's a dope ass light over there. But for $15, that is a amazing light right there. PetSmart carries it. If you see it, grab it. Grab it immediately. Okay? Grab it I bought two of them. I have one that I just bought because they were having a sale, and it was like $9. And I was like, oh, I'm an idiot if I don't get this light. So if you see it, buy it. Back to the tank. Waterbox Clear 6. Really durable tank. Haven't had any issues with silicone. Yeah, I got some scratches and stuff like that in here that, that happen. You're moving things around, you scratch the glass, but just still a beautiful tank. If you see it, buy it. Put it on your banister like me. Put it on your nightstand, wherever. These rocks I think I put this scape together in 10 minutes, okay? I went to Petco and bought these plants. There's some Ludwigia in there. There's some, what are those, hygrophila, whatever you want to call it. It's in there. It's kind of already touching the surface of the water. Those plants actually get pretty tall, so we'll see what happens. I may just kind of cut them and replant them in the pot here. I got these bamboo plants over here, which I've always enjoyed that. They're doing well. They're growing up out of the water, which essentially that's how you are supposed to grow these plants. They're not fully submersible. I know you'll see them in tanks, but they're doing that just to sell them. These, their roots are really the only thing that need to be in water. They will grow up out of water. Filter, oh God, I don't even know what the hell this is. This is a top fin, yada, 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 yada filter. I got some sponges in there. You can see some filter floss to polish it. Oh, hang on, lost focus. Sponge, filter floss. That's kind of what I'm doing there. Where I'm at, it's about 90 degrees. That heater isn't even on back there. Oh, forgot about Mr. Java Fern back there. But just such a simple scape. Such a unique looking scape when you're talking about aquascaping and things like that. Yeah, the rocks kind of complement the plants and all this kind of stuff. But honestly, I thought about just putting this kind of bowl in here, this glass bowl with just the plants. But I was like, no, I want the Betta to have some things to interact with. There's a little cave back here that he loves to kind of hang out in. But he loves hanging out. There he is, little bastard. He loves hanging out there with those bamboo plants. As far as a substrate, real simple. I'm kind of not old school, but I like to keep it simple and efficient. There's some potting soil in there, capped off with some real kind of fine river rock, if you will. Again, pick that stuff up at your local thrift store. You get a little container for like $3. Plants seem to be doing well. I did some trimming. Don't get me wrong. I did some trimming when I put them in there. But I don't really see any like significant die off yet. That's pretty cool. And if you look closely, I'll zoom in here or focus up here, but you can see some new growth coming on here. So, just with every tank, oh, sorry, lost focus. Like every tank, this is not a finished product. We'll see what the future holds, but really wanted to share this video with you guys. It's been a while. I know. I apologize. I hope everyone is doing well. But like I said, your boy's doing good. Life happens though. I'm really looking, maybe September, maybe I'll even pick up a tank. To be honest with you guys, I've even contemplated, maybe even moving. Had some things happen job-wise that, the idea of moving maybe even to a bigger space is a potential. I'll put it to you that way, is a possibility. So, I haven't really done a whole lot with like, hey, let me buy a new tank or let me buy, no, I'll buy some new lights. I'll buy some new equipment, but I haven't really, bought any new tanks in quite a while. That tank over there, this guy, that's the last tank I bought. And that guy's been over there for probably 5 months, maybe longer than that, 6 months. I want to say I bought that around my birthday, which was probably around January. So, but nonetheless, man, hey, check out this video. I know this tank is a lot of places. It's in a lot of homes. It's in a lot of stores. If you see it again, grab it. Super versatile, 6-gallon tank. You can do a lot with it. I'm a fan. The tank this side, put one fish in there, put a Betta, put a pretty Betta in there. Maybe, if you want to jazz it up, put some small white clouds or something like that in here. A couple of those. Maybe one like honey gourami, something like that. But I just love the fact that you got all this green, and look, you don't even have to look for him. He's right up there, that red fish. I just love the way he kind of pops out there. I always know where he's at. So super happy with this tank so far. Let me know what you guys think. Again, Apologize for the long drought there, but you know, all is good. Your boy still loves this fascinating hobby. I hope all of you do too. Please leave me a comment. Feel free to ask me any questions. I've always enjoyed that most about YouTube, being able to interact with all of you. So without further ado, I'll leave it there. And as always, see you guys down the road. Bye.